a couple weeks back, and you guys could go, the new guys, you could go back and listen to the previous shows.
Yeah.
But I think
check the dates when they were posted.
And I do believe that it was last week.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
If it was last week, 2 weeks ago, during the SmackDown review, I said, Edge, I have a feeling, is going to become face. Now, I said that weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just said to you maybe last week
right.
that expect Edge to come face when he comes back from his injury.
Right.
And
I don't think it would work, but it's going to probably happen.
Now, Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy defeats Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler via disqualification.
Right.
CM Punk comes out to commentate. Jeff tries to throw Jericho into Punk. Punk tosses Jericho into Jeff. The referee calls the bell. Ziggler lays out the referee. On the outside, Jeff gets the code breaker. Punk walks to the back as Jeff is in the wall of Jericho. Jericho and Ziggler raise their hands as they exit. Now, again, another point we want to put, and it just validates us when we say somebody is listening to our show. We know who it is, but we just can't say that we called this match weeks ago too.
We called this a very long time ago.
Dolph Ziggler, and we are talking about Dolph Ziggler and a Rey Mysterio feud.
We said that it should have kind of went slower, but this is where it was going to lead to.
Well, they rushed it.
And they rushed it. And do you blame them though?
No, because
Dolph is the man.
It was only a matter of time, but because of Edge's injury,
you got to start building.
Yeah. And right now, we said last week, you matter of fact said it, that if Ziggler puts his personal stuff aside and stays squeaky clean,
he can be a legend.
He will be the next World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
In SmackDown.
In probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Probably.
Easily.
Yeah. Easily.
Especially if your idea of Jeff Hardy leaving, Edge being gone for a very long time, there is no one at the top.
So I just got
Morrison and Dolph. Whew.
Yeah.
Be a good pay-per-view main event.
That is a good one.
World title.
That's a good WrestleMania.
That's a good WrestleMania.
We talked about that.
It can go heel, face heel, whatever.
We talked about that.
That's a good WrestleMania.
That's a good WrestleMania. You hear that? A good WrestleMania match.
Yep.
Morrison versus Ziggler for the World Championship title.
And if not, you can make it a Royal Rumble or whatever.
Who would be going in at WrestleMania as champ?
I would like to see Morrison.
You'd like to see Morrison as champ?
Yeah, Morrison and Dolph as a challenger. Because I would like to see Morrison get pushed faster because of his experience and his long time being there compared to Dolph. You don't want to rush Dolph too fast because then you're afraid that he gets that MVP thing. Or you know what I mean? Where they get too big-headed, start talking trash.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that happen to him. So I think Morrison's already been waiting a very long time, and he's already proven that he can handle spotlight and still be treated like a dog. You know what I mean?
I see your point, but WrestleMania is supposed to be a night of where dreams come true.
Right.
And if Ziggler comes in as champ, Morrison finally wins the belt. That's
also a good idea.
Yeah. So,
but how would Dolph get there? Winning the Rumble? Would that be too much?
No, I could see Dolph Ziggler winning a Money in the Bank sometime soon. I could see it.
Money in the Bank. That'd be good.
I could see it.
That'd be good. That would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could work.
Because the Royal Rumble
has got to be someone bigger.
Royal Rumble, when you win the Royal Rumble, that means you can go anywhere. You could challenge any champion. And no, you want to keep it within the same ground. Yeah.
You got to keep SmackDown.
You got to keep it in SmackDown.
I agree.
Don't give it that opportunity where you could go to Raw or you can.
That's where they'll destroy his character.
Yeah.
He's going to start all over again.
You know what? Let's just do it. Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Let's call that.
Money in the Bank SmackDown.
I think it would be great.
Yep. We need to put together a WrestleMania show.
Oh, we will. We need to that would be one of the biggest shows. But I got a couple of news and a couple of rumors for you.
Let's do it.
Actually, I don't think I have any. Well, I do. I think I do have one rumor. But I have only 3 things because it's really light. I mean, there was a lot of other stuff in the news, but I didn't find it worthy enough to even waste our time with it. So I'm only picking out some of the things that that really brings to our attention. And one of them is this, that they decided to rehire Nick Dinsmore. And Nick Dinsmore is the guy who you know as Eugene. Now it says here, let me just read it.
For what? What is he going to be doing?
That's what I'm going to read right here.
All right.
Says, as noted last night here, Nick Dinsmore, previously known as Eugene in the WWE, has signed a contract with the WWE. Dinsmore has he was contracted in the WWE in 2004 and then released in September of 2007. The WWE wants Dinsmore to help groom young talent. He's most likely to make appearance on Raw, but nothing full time. That they're just going to have him as a backstage agent and producer.
That's fine.
ECW and SmackDown.
That's fine. He can wrestle.
He can. Just he wasn't given the opportunity.
That stupid gimmick was horrible.
It was very damaging. And I hope they don't bring him back as Eugene.
Yeah.
So
it was very old school gimmick. Not a good one. And
as most of you know by now, John Cena was married over the weekend.
Whoa!
With his high school sweetheart, Elizabeth.
How cute.
I don't know the last name. I don't have it here. But what happened was several photos of the wedding was leaked out.
No way.
Yeah, on MySpace.
Whoa. What happened to You Can't See Me?
Obviously you can. And this comes from... this is the rumor I was talking about. Now, we knew about last week the son of Jerry the King Lawler, who has now put his feather in the hat for mayor of Memphis.
Yeah.
His son, Brian Christopher Lawler, was arrested for public intoxication.
Whoa.
And it doesn't really look good for the Lawler campaign.
That's what you were saying.
Well, this comes from the JacksonSun.com. It says here that Brian Christopher Lawler was yet again arrested for being intoxicated in public.
Wow.
This guy knows how to party.
Yeah. What is he doing?
Nothing. Besides getting drunk on his ass.
Shoot.
And messing up his daddy's campaign.
Yeah. Basically.
Nothing.
So, WWE will be losing a big chunk right there for nothing.
Yeah, because Jerry King Lawler is a big part of Raw, and I think, in my opinion, probably the best commentator they have
easily
right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
just a big part of WWE, period.
Nothing from Michael Cole, nothing from Josh, nothing from Stryker, nothing from even Jim Ross.
Yeah. Jim Ross has slowed down a lot.
I wasn't really a fan of Jim Ross.
Me neither. The
way he would mark out the Steve Austin.
I can't stand him, dude.
I really was never a fan.
I used to like it though. I do like it when he yells. It's pretty funny.
You know who I really did like as a commentator? Was actually Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
Really good.
But Jerry King Lawler and Vince McMahon chemistry, that was great.
Yeah. I like Michael Cole. He's very corny.
Yeah, he's two-faced, though.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not saying he's a two-faced as, he's good to you one side and then, talks bad about you the other. I'm not talking about that kind of two-faced. I'm saying he's too baby-faced.
Yeah.
And, Jerry King Lawler, I think, in my opinion, is probably the best commentator right now. Bobby the Brain Heenan, he took Bobby the Brain Heenan's place. And it just fitted so well.
Oh, yeah.
And he had the same kind of comic, genius-minded, type thing like Bobby the Brain had. And I miss that guy.
Damn right.
But, the chemistry between Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
The chemistry like that. I mean, that kind of chemistry you had with Jerry King Lawler and Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to do that with Jerry King Lawler and Jim Ross.
I mean, it worked.
It did work. I mean,
I'm just not a fan of Jim Ross.
And the reason why it worked is because I think they forced you. You hear them every week.
I think the reason why it worked is just because JR didn't stand for a lot of King's jokes, and he kind of fired back on him.